Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy RogueSpirit. I know it's been a while, hasn't it? You know, I've kind of been taking a break from video games. But man, am I glad that I got a chance to experience Elden Ring right here. This game is huge. If you seriously plan on playing this game, you better be prepared to put your life on hold because this game is gonna take over your life completely. You got so many side quests, so many secret bosses, side bosses, not including the main bosses. You gotta upgrade your gear, find all these items, explore the world fully, truly experience what this game has to offer. And in my opinion, this game is worth the purchase at full price. This is a video game right here. And man, I was really getting bored of playing video games, but Elden Ring completely blew my mind. And so that's why, you know what? I had to do a review on this video game and I have to share my thoughts on it. So yeah, that's why I'm making this video and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And let's get right into it. Elden Ring. Now, how do I approach this review? Because this game is huge. There's a lot of things to cover here. Well, first of all, I'm not a Dark Souls fan. I was never into the hardcore challenge of trying to defeat this over-leveled, crazy, unfair boss and just bashing my head against the wall, trying to, persevere until I finally get his patterns down, bashing my head against the wall. I might as well get into BDSM. But, Elden Ring completely changed my mind. I knew what this experience was gonna be, but everybody was just talking about it in the gaming industry, and I just had to experience it for myself and see, you know what, why is everybody making a big deal out of this game? What's so special about the Dark Souls formula that I'm missing here? Everything just clicked, and honestly, I started figuring out how to play this game and how the game's mechanics work. That's the thing about Elden Ring. If you want to get into this experience, you really have to learn the game's mechanics and you really have to have a different mindset when playing this game. You have to constantly be cautious of your environment, your surroundings, what type of enemies you're facing, and you have to figure out their weaknesses. You can't just run in and start attacking them like any other games. No, you gotta stay on the defensive and see how they move and how they react, and then you go in, and because you've already seen their patterns, you can kind of get a gist of when they're about to attack or evade and just kind of run with it. It's like a back and forth dance, but really it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Not only that, but you have to pay attention to your stamina bar as well. See, the more you attack, the more your stamina bar depletes, and you gotta be cautious of this. Even if you're trying to dodge and roll, that also consumes stamina. So you really have to be cautious, and you really have to know, hey, is it worth dodging right now, or should I defend and kind of regather my stamina a bit here? So yeah, this game really, the combat is fantastic. I'm not even joking. And the thing about Elden Ring is that it works like a RPG. The more you explore and the stronger you get, you get these runes, which are kind of like your XP in this game. The more runes you get, the more you can level up. You can level up your HP, your dexterity, your strength, your arcane, your mind, your intelligence, all these different stats. And it's worth putting points into these stats, especially your HP and stamina bar. Which is endurance. But yeah, the more endurance you have, the more stamina you have in the battle, and including your HP. And you can either go for dex builds, which I prefer because I love using the the twin blades with the blood bleed effect. It just causes a lot of damage and is super useful against these asshole difficult boss battles. Top of that, you got your MP bar, it's called FP in this game, where basically you can use your magic attacks and use these crazy spells. And the more you explore the open world and defeat these dragons and bosses, you can get some really crazy magic attacks. And honestly, one thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is to not underestimate magic in this game, because magic is a godsend, especially during boss fights where you need it. Now, when I first completed the tutorial for this game and I was introduced to the open world, I did not know where to go. And let me tell you, Elden Ring does not hold your hand like many other video games. This game is like, well, here you go, good luck. And honestly, that's the best part about this game. And because of that, I really think that Elden Ring really does bring the community together, because everyone kind of gives hints to each other on, hey, this is the best place to farm, or this is where you find the item which makes that boss weak. So yeah, I think it does a really great job of bringing the community together as a whole. Now, I've played a lot of open world games. Breath of the Wild, Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean, the list goes on, Ghost of Tsushima, but honestly, Elden Ring just blew my mind. This game, oh my god, like, you think you've seen everything? Well, yeah, right. You're gonna come back to this game again and again and again, and you're gonna experience something new all the time. You're gonna find new dungeons to explore, new bosses that you haven't defeated yet, you know, new areas of the game, and you know, you have an open world map, but there's another second open world map which takes place underground, and it is just magical. It's really a magical experience. The world of Elden Ring is so expertly crafted. The imagery in this game is so astonishing. Sometimes I just had to stop and admire the view. I just had to stop my journey and kind of reflect on everything, and honestly, just staring at the architecture in this game, it's really fantastic. How did they come up with this stuff? And just real quick here, I have to explain that the world of Elden Ring, it's a really brutal place. Everything is just trying to kill you in this game. In this world, the characters are so depressed and everything is just against you. It's really a tough world to exist in, and you gotta really be tough in this world. You really gotta just learn to survive and adapt to everything and anything. You can even find magic teleporters which teleport you to a completely different area on the world map. Sometimes it holds the secret rewards, weapons, or a boss fight. Now, I'm not gonna sugarcoat and say that this game is a breeze, because whoa, this is one of the hardest games I have ever played, and I've never played the other Souls games, and I heard those games are hard, like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Bloodborne. But the thing about Elden Ring is that it's easier than the other games, because if you're stuck on an extremely over difficult challenging boss fight and you just keep dying and dying and dying, well, you have the option to just turn around and explore the open world. Go explore a dungeon and, you know, unlock a secret item which, you know, gives you a item which you can give to a merchant which can upgrade your swords and shields, because now you can buy smithing stones and sombering smithing stones which increase your attack power for your weapons and shields and magic and all that stuff. You can also level up your ashes in this game, which work as summons, which help you in boss fights, and they can kind of distract the boss or enemies so you can sneak up behind them and start doing combos, you know, to kind of weaken them, which is really appreciated. And honestly, it makes the boss fights and enemy encounters epic. Now, you can't summon these ashes just anywhere. There's usually a symbol on the left hand side of the screen which tells you that, yeah, you can use your summon now. But what makes this system fair is that you can't use a summon again once you've already used the summon. I can't summon another summon in its place, and so usually that makes it kind of balanced, unless you rest at a site of grace. Now let's talk about the site of graces, because when you reach one, it's really a relief, especially after a challenging section of exploring the overworld and running into these overly difficult enemies and mini bosses. Plus, you open up a fast travel access, so now you can fast travel to this location. Not only that, but you can level up your skills here. You can equip certain magic spells and among different things. Really, it's really a relief finding a site of grace in this game, especially in a dungeon or in a castle where these over leveled knights roam around. So this is really a RPG in a sense, where you really have to just take your time and explore and get stronger as you kind of go along. And then you come back later to that same boss fight, who was, you know, that boss that was giving you a challenge and was just raping you up the ass, and next thing you know, you're raping him up the ass, and you're like, oh, this guy wasn't so tough. I do admit that near the end of the game, the boss fights and the enemies kind of do become way stronger and can one-shot you if you don't upgrade your health and you're not fully upgraded, especially your summons. And that's the thing, you can use your summons in these over difficult boss fights to help you out too. Not only that, but you can summon other players that can you know, help you defeat a boss, which is a godsend in my opinion, because let's face it, I'm a noob at Dark Souls type games. I'm not a professional here, so the extra help was greatly appreciated here from a newcomer's perspective here. Now, is Elden Ring for everybody? No, I don't think it is. And do I think that Elden Ring changed the video game industry as a whole? No, I don't. Honestly, as a Dark Souls experience, yeah, this game is mind-blowing. It really changes the whole Dark Souls formula. It really brought this new fresh a breath air into the Dark Souls series by making it open world. Now you can argue that yeah, some of the mechanics are kind of old school, as in it's still Dark Souls but just open world, but honestly the open world aspect was really done fantastic. They did a really good job here with Elden Ring, and honestly I want to go back and experience some of the other titles from Software games like Sekiro or Bloodborne. I really do appreciate the challenge here. Do I think it needs a easy mode? I don't think so. I think Elden Ring is meant to be experienced how it's meant to be experienced. The joy of this game is dying and coming back to life, and that's something you can't do in real life. So in video game, I really think that this is a very unique idea. You know, being able to die and learn from your mistakes and just try again with the knowledge that you have acquired before your last death. I mean, that it's really a magical experience. However, Elden Ring is not for casual players. In fact, it's more for experienced players, or players looking for a challenge, really. I think this game is for gamers that really want to challenge and don't really want to be hold by the hand the whole time or sit there and watch a 10-minute long cutscene. This game is very just, here you go explore, fight enemies, do side quests. Ranni the Witch, I really love that side quest that involved Blade, the guy who wears the wolf armor and all that. Apologies if I screwed his name up, but whatever. Yeah, the side quests are really good. I heard a lot of players complain about the side quests, like they can't keep track of it or something, but honestly, I found it pretty good, and I always remembered what to do even if I came back later. It's honestly just a matter of paying attention to the game itself. Defeat bosses, get over leveled, get amazing magic spells, and just go ham. So I really appreciated that, and I feel like this game really respected my time in that aspect. Now this game will put your real life on pause. You will have to put a lot of hours into this game. So if you really don't want to put that many hours into a video game right now due to life circumstances, or you're kind of busy with, you know, real life and all that, save this game for a time when you really just have a lot of time to just sit down and slowly explore and experience this game, because this game is long, and I'm talking really long. Like, this game took me about 100 hours. I haven't really beaten it at the time of this recording, but I do plan on just going back and exploring the open world and getting stronger, and you know, I'm excited to see what else is in store for me in this magical world. So I really do recommend Elden Ring to video gamers. This is well worth the full price purchase. Buy this game, play it, it's fantastic. I'm giving it a 9.6 out of 10. Well guys, that's my overall opinions and thoughts on Elden Ring. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, and it's good being back. Honestly, yeah, I was getting bored of playing video games. They're all kind of, you know, the same in some aspects, even though there are some great ones out there that have released, like Ghost of Tsushima. I love that game. But Elden Ring really kind of, you know, brought the inner gamer back out of me, and I really enjoyed this experience, and I once again remember why I play video games. So yeah, thanks for joining me on today's video review, everybody. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and have a great week. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys soon. RogueSpirit is outie. Peace.